meeting to order. Munhall's workshop for January 13th, 2026. We do the Pledge of Allegiance. Mrs. Hondo, would you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy New Year, everybody. Dave, you want to do roll call?
Sure. Mr. Youngkin.
Here.
Mr. Stein.
Here.
Mr. Ostrowski.
Here.
Ms. Pletch.
Here.
Mr. Shields. Here. Mr. Godwich. Here. Mr. Edens.
President.
Mayor Foss.
Here.
Chief Caterina.
Here.
Chief Coles.
Here.
Mr. Heisey.
Here.
Mr. Elias.
Here.
Mr. Cannon.
Here.
Thank you. We're in executive session talking about personnel issues. We have public presentation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, from the Silver Valley Accelerator.
Yes, sir.
Up now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, cool.
Please state your name.
I'm Bill Tatchard, West Homestead resident, long time living here. Jamie and I were friends in Bernie, and me and Bob
We
started
won't
to
hold that
serve
against you.
serve on the Silver Valley Enterprise Zone, Silver Valley Accelerator. Been on planning commissions at West Homestead.
What's your name?
Bill Tatchard. Yeah, Tatrai.
He works with tablets.
Yeah, so I'm here just to talk about the extension to the Gap Trail again. You guys might have to share these.
Are you related to Chris?
Yes, yes, that's my friend. Yes, absolutely. God bless you.
Just one other.
No.
I only have 9.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
Sure.
just split them. If you can, appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Appreciate the time. I think, I know that, so is everybody familiar with the accelerator as part of the enterprise zone? First of all, any questions on that? Okay.
Excuse me, if anybody needs a copy that's not familiar with it, I'm familiar with it. If anybody wants it, everybody good?
I'm familiar with what it is, different.
Yeah, I got next, here's one more. too. Yeah.
Bernie, you need one?
Thank you very much. Bernie and I are on that accelerator.
Oh, you know all about it, don't you?
We're like Bernie and, Carl are on this too. With us. So I know that Diane Walters, who was our director we hired a few months ago, was here in November, presented, asking for a letter of approval for to give us the ability to go and get funding to, first of all, get a engineering feasibility study done. And then once that's done, once you understand what we're dealing with and what the costs are, and then go after funding through the state or, county foundations, whatever, multiple sources, of course, because it could be a very large project to do this. So today, just wanted to, keep the ball moving, with Munhall on this initiative. So I just want to talk about it, kind of give you an update, and then answer any questions from anybody that you have about what we're trying to do here.
Did Homestead and West Homestead approve it?
Yes,
Both, we're the only
Yes.
ones that have.
correct. We have those letters from them already, correct. Okay, so the rod here, if you just look at this real briefly, the first page, a full rod overview, you can see the blue line. That is kind of the proposal we're thinking about just for safety reasons and make it easier for pedestrians to get, kind of off the road where it currently is down by Munhall. So kind of go down past the blue building, down past, kind of loop around, and then in between the railroad tracks that come out of Amity Street there, and then come up and then go down 7th Avenue down towards Nancy B. That portion there would be like a bike lane, right, to get it all the way through the boroughs. So that's the route we're talking about. Now this could be done in a couple different phases, maybe depending on the funding we acquire or go after. Like this phase here, we move it over. I know that this goes through the property that Munhall owns. We're looking for probably like 15 feet wide trail to go through there. I know it goes through there. I know there's some intent to put a solar farm there. We understand that, and one of the things we're hoping that we can just work together to come up with a solution, because we're only looking like 15 feet to get a bike trail through there. And that can be done in another phase. It doesn't have to be done in phase 1. phase one could be more from connecting to the existing trail down there across from the US Steel building there, and then come up behind those buildings, connect, and take that up to Amity Street. And then, of course, there are the old tunnels there, if people are aware of that. I mean, that could be another potential project down the road, utilizing those to go under the tracks that are already there. So there's been some investigation into that, but that'd be another project down the road.
I have a question. So what I understood is you wanted to go through the property. You want to go down 7th Avenue. Is that what you're saying? Through the property we were putting a solar farm on. Do you still want to go through there or no?
No, it's just on the edge of that.
Towards where them buildings are, right?
Correct. Just on the edge, correct. Right, just trying to stay away from all that property as much as we can for that path of, you know, the trail. I mean, in the end, we work it out with whatever we could do to be able to do this, but not affect what you're trying to do with the solar farm.
But
Right.
you may come back with the study, and the study says this isn't feasible.
Correct.
So it's like we're
Correct.
signing off on something, we throw it back to you guys, you do all the work, and come back with the result and say, hey, this wasn't gonna work out.
Correct.
So-
That could be what, that could be what it ends up, you know.
Sure, maybe that-
You know, we'll find that out, right?
It doesn't guarantee a thing.
Correct. So if you go to the next
What you're
page.
saying, Bernie, is we're just authorizing them to go do the study.
That's why I said November too, we voted.
It's a letter of support.
I mean, I
It's
Yeah,
a letter of support that we
I thought
would give
voted for
them
that already.
to
You voted
go
done.
for the study.
You voted done.
That's all it is.
He actually, no, he motioned for it, he was the one who motioned.
I motioned for it.
You voted done though, didn't you?
No.
But no one else voted for it. Well, you did vote for it.
So,
I did, you did.
so
Oh, okay.
I voted no.
two questions, two
Right here, I voted
questions.
no.
On that, for the property,
I thought you voted no on it, sorry.
are you gonna be able to get the 15 feet
I know that.
easement from US Steel and,
Well, that's part of the study. We're talking to a couple of engineering firms, and they'll ferret that out for us.
I apologize.
They'll do that. And find out if we can get the right way and access.
and I guess lastly, the other question that I have is, I mean, I know once the study comes back, but are you guys still gonna maintain the existing trail that's there?
Well, that's part of the RTC and also the Sierra Valley Trail Council. They'll be part of this as well, right? They do the maintenance. You know, once it's up and running, that will be turned over to them, right? It's part of their maintenance.
And this is just gonna be another passageway to get up to the avenue, correct?
That's the goal, right? I mean, if you go to the next page, did that answer all your questions?
Yeah, for the most part, I'm just thinking of, you know, we're talking about being a dangerous pathway down there, and we have to cross over that road anyway, and then we have to cross over train tracks.
That's where the study will come in.
Yeah.
We'll say it's not feasible to do that.
And then I guess lastly was just, you know, the easement on someone else's property and the maintenance of what's currently there, because I mean, I hate to see it just get
Yeah,
over the road
it'll
again.
be, yeah, we're gonna get the Regional Trail Council and Steel Valley Heritage group that takes care of the waterfront trail. They're gonna have to take this over for maintenance. And they even, you know, verbally talked to me, yeah, they love the idea, but we're just too preliminary to do anything about it. That's usually, you know, fold that into what they already do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you go to why this matters, right, just, I think most people know, that, you know, estimates of, you know, I think these are pretty real numbers, over 1 million riders go through there. I just did a quick math, right, each person has easy access to get up to the avenues, right, get all the businesses up there. If each one spends $10, you know, you get $1 million, that's, you know, $10 million. Certainly, we're not gonna get everybody to go up. But if we get 5% of that, 2% of that, I mean, it's still millions of dollars funneled up to the business district. And most, you know, residential, food and retail, would help, like, get them off, you know, trying to cross traffic, going through lights, going up through double tracks. We can drop them out right on Amity there, eliminates all of that. They can get right up to the avenues very quickly at that point to make it easy and safe for them and just funnel it. It strengthens like our ability right there to attract businesses as well, I think, for the whole area. I mean, we have 47 vacant businesses in the Steel Valley Avenues area, right? That's a lot. So I think once people see that we're funneling people up there to go to the businesses, I think that more people will come in and want to do more development in the areas. You know, we need it, we all know that, so that's really it. I mean, and all we're at the end, next page here, we can skip over that trailhead at this point. But, I mean, ask from council, we're just looking for a letter of support, as Bernie said, to be able to go after and start seeking funding to do this engineering feasibility study. We would go out and do that as the accelerator. We would go do, we have folks on staff now that part-time that know all the foundation contacts, and we're working with Senator Piscatato, I think I said that right. And we talked to him, he actually wants to try to fold some of the money that we would get for this for construction into what they're doing to try to take care of the Duquesne slide on the trail. I don't know if everybody's seen that, but that's a big project, the hillside's coming down.
Yeah, it's officially come down, the hillside, it came down?
I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, it has, yes, they've been looking at trying to get funding to fix that for quite a while.
We had a meeting here last year.
Yeah, but he wants to bundle this all together, as we've talked to him about as well, what we're trying to do here. So that's really what we're looking for. If you give us that letter of support, we'll now have, you know, West Homestead, and Munhall on board, then we can go out and, you know, solicit funding, because people take us serious and say, hey, we got all the boroughs, they think it's a good idea. Look, we'll be able to get some money to do this engineering study. So, any other questions for me?
I have a question on the map. The 6, 7, 8, you want the bike path to go across the railroad tracks up into 8th Avenue.
Well, it'll kind of terminate, we'll have to put probably some like markings on the road. I don't know how we'll do that from letting people know there's a bike path coming out there, but it'll just be markings on the tracks. We're not gonna be able to dig up the tracks or anything. It would basically terminate there.
Has the railroad approved you to put a bike lane
No, that'll all be part of the study.
beside the railroad tracks?
That'll all be part of like, these guys.
They'll find
I
out.
understand.
One of the firms we're talking to right now, yeah, we're gonna let them do the groundwork. One of the firms we're talking to right now, called KCI Engineering. They did the last lay of the trail, got all that worked out, you know, by Sandcastle, by Wemco. So that's the firm we're talking to. They have experience with this, they have experience with the railroads. So yeah, we'd have to, you know.
And I got a question, what happens if somebody's on that trail and all of a sudden 2 trains are coming by?
You're gonna be a while.
You're gonna be stuck in there, and what happens if there's somebody that's afraid of the train derailing? There's people out there.
Well, I think it's the same problem, and that exists today, right? Doesn't it? We got people going to work, walking down there all the time, they just have to wait. You know, I'm sure there'll be signage, right, to warn them, well, before they get there, to let them know, but we'd have to do that as well. But, that's the same issue you have with, you know, the people walking, going to work.
So last question I got for you, and this is just on the.
Oh, no problem.
On the Amity side of things, and I know it has nothing to do with Munhall, but, with there only being really 2 ways in, you know, via the Mon Valley side into the waterfront there, is there gonna be a bike lane on Amity and 7th? Cause like that's the most congested area getting into the waterfront.
Well, there's been discussion, see that bike lane heading down to West Homestead? We've talked about, you know, we could go the other way too, and put a bike lane going up the other way down towards, you know, Munhall. It's not on this current plan, but that's something we could add.
I'm just thinking like that is like the traffic down there, especially during holiday rush, and then we're gonna throw a bike lane in on top of
And
that.
again, that's where the study will say.
Yeah, that may not be feasible.
That's not for us to do.
Right,
Okay.
right. I understand that there's so much traffic there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
Anything
So,
else?
because we can come back, it may be feasible just, hey, you can go behind, like, start at the railroad bridge, come up and go between the tracks and stop at Amity, and that's it. That may be your best thing to do because of all the other issues, so. Well, thank you for your time.
Amity Street's the most dangerous railroad crossing that Norfolk Southern has. I'm emergency management coordinator for Hempstead. I sit in meetings with Norfolk Southern. That's the most dangerous intersection for them.
Right.
For, vehicle accidents with, the trains, pedestrians. I'm not comfortable with adding more, dedicated bike lane to
Hey,
something
do you want this?
where it's already super dangerous. That's my opinion. I'm only one person, that's all.
Yeah, and I agree. If it comes down to a safety issue at that point to come across, we could just stop right there and not go any further. I agree with you. It's all with the studies for to kind of give us some guidance, and also give us cost, what kind of cost we talked about to get this done as well. I agree. Thanks for the time, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is the audience allowed to ask questions?
Sure.
Or I can talk to them?
Well, at this point, that public comments would be applicable.
Okay, yeah, you can ask questions.
Okay, thank you. Shirley David, I actually live on 11th Avenue, and I'm an avid biker, me and my husband. So this is exciting to me. I get stuck all the time in between the trucks already, Dave, when I'm walking my dog down there, so it's no different. So my question is, we are cut off. Lower Munhall is cut off from the waterfront. Is there going to be a way to get to like that side, where the Carnegie Library is, over to the trail?
Well, that's where the tunnels could play a part. The tunnels come out right behind Wendy's there.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's like a lot of muck in there, but they're in pretty good structurally.
That is like a dream, if that would happen, because you just said that it is extremely dangerous. It's the most dangerous intersection. If this feasibility study could include opening up those tunnels, it would help a lot of us pedestrians
It is,
and
we're
bikers.
gonna include that, sure, absolutely.
I agree with you 100% on that. The tunnel should be open. I
Okay.
just don't think dumping more people into the Annie Street crossing is, another million people, what your paperwork says, use it. Another million people coming across those tracks on bikes or walking, you're gonna have more pedestrian accidents, especially at 12 o'clock when that train stops every single day, when we're changing crews right there. It's just dangerous. I watch people climb over those trains every single day. It's dangerous, I don't know, that's just me, my
Yeah,
opinion.
and certainly we'll figure that out in the study, right? We have to figure out another way to do it, right, for sure. This may not, this is just kind of our first pass at
I
it.
actually have a follow-up, because I've been thinking about this for months since Diane brought it to me. Your argument is really valid in terms of actually being access under those tunnels to the waterfront. But my concern is, and it follows up on what Tim's saying, going all the way down that little wedge, grassy wedge to Amity, is that really only to get Homestead and West Homestead on board of the project? Because I know one of the ideas behind it is opening up 7th Avenue and West Homestead. And I don't know if it's really, I don't see, whatever the feasibility is, I don't see the railroad backing this project at all. The only thing I think you have a chance of doing is extending the gap to, underneath those tunnels to 8th Avenue. And I think that's the extent of what you can actually get through. But that's just my reading of the railroad, because I know the railroad very well.
But them tunnels come out behind Family Dollar, correct?
Yeah, right in there somewhere, Wendy's, I've been told. I want to go walk it this
Mark
week.
Farrell would take you right to them.
Yeah, I know where they're at, I just
I
haven't.
think Mark has the key to them.
Hopefully they'll come back and say it's a more feasible study to pull right from there and pull it up on 8th Avenue, do maybe a bike lane down 8th Avenue.
And we may find that out, right, once we do this.
Yeah, get state involved in there.
Yeah, I mean, this is about a high level of plan as you could have, right? We just want to generate the discussion, and then we gotta go do the real work.
We'll, think about it, we'll all vote on it next week.
Yeah, I'll be here next week for that as well.
It's only a letter-
Agenda for that, David?
Yeah, I'll put it on the agenda.
It's only a letter of support. No money, the
No, no.
borough will be spent. It's a letter of support, and the decision will be up to the people that come down and make a decision
That's it.
where this trail can go and where it can't go. So,
May I comment quickly?
Go ahead, just say who you are.
Well, my name is Rich Betters, we're neighbors. I'm an avid biker. If that trail goes across those tracks, bikers will avoid it. You're right on target, Timothy. It is one of the most dangerous intersections I've ever seen. I was waiting for a train to pass there once and saw somebody hit by a train, a pedestrian. So at the same time, I ride with groups, and they have for years been yearning for a way to get from the trail to get up into the valley. This has to happen somehow, some way. And if it's with the tunnels, then all I'm saying, at the risk of being repetitive, this is the time for this to happen. Bikes are money, period. Bikes bring commerce, people carry their wallets, they buy things, they look at things, so I really appreciate the work that's done on this and will help anybody to make this happen, just not across those tracks. Thank you.
this is a way to revitalize the 8th Avenue, and get people over 8th Avenue. Hopefully this will work, and we see more vacant businesses coming in, and this is a story.
All right, any more public comments on anything on the agenda? All right, Dave, you want to do the items for consideration?
Yes, so just a couple things, nothing to vote on, obviously, but there are two members of the zoning hearing board that are their terms expired. Melissa Chesak and William Helger. So next week, council, if council wants to, they can reappoint them to that board, otherwise we need to solicit.
Are they
They're interested.
interested?
They're interested in continuing that position. Conversely, we also need to add an alternate member because the current alternate member passed away recently. I don't remember his name off the top of my head.
Tom Burke?
What?
Tom Burke?
Might be, yeah.
Yes.
Right, I think it was.
So we need to actually advertise for an alternate member for zoning hearing. I have been working on developing, researching with several companies a task management software primarily for public works to help us better know what our guys are doing back there, not that they're not doing their job, but just to have better control over it. So there's certain people that we know if something that goes wrong, we go to them and say, hey, what happened here? And just better understand the whole flow of information from the administrative office, from the public, to Public Works to make sure that the most critical things are done. So I'm looking at three companies currently. I haven't gotten final bids yet.
Okay.
But by February, I should have final bids from all three of them.
Okay.
Civic Plus, Violytics, and G Works.
So this wouldn't be on the agenda?
This would not be, it's
Just a discussion point right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Any questions about that? Now, once I have the actual bids, we can add
No.
more.
Anybody else have a question?
They're not using anything currently right now?
We have, on our website, we have a, what's it called, Dave? Our public complaint system?
311.
311. That generates emails that go to Dave, Administrative Office, or Public Works, but it's not, it's okay, but I'd rather get a system where there's firm, hey, this pothole needs to be fixed. Joe is gonna go fix it, and he's gonna go back and say, hey, it's been fixed, and then we can confirm that. Just an actual system where everything is confirmed, we've got it done.
And that would be a job for the foreman or the assistant foreman, correct?
Yeah, but I mean, it would be generated automatically. Emails.
Automatically?
Yeah, emails would automatically generate from the system.
Cool, all right. Any questions, anybody?
We unfortunately failed to discuss at the reorganization meeting, her council wants to, is considering changing the times for the meetings. Is there any comments on that?
I think it should go back to Wednesdays.
I'm
That's
talking
my
days,
opinion.
not times.
And I
We
think,
starting about the 6:30?
that's what I would say, because this way we ain't got confusion.
Good.
1 6:30, 1 7.
Right, 6:30, both of them.
Yeah. Make it easier for the residents to know
I
when
can
it
do
is.
that.
Everybody
I've
else
confirmed with the solicitor, he's available on Wednesdays. Matt, do you have any reservations?
No?
What do we got? Chief Coles?
Oh, I'm good with that.
No, we gotta wait till next week.
Yeah, we'll vote on it next week, but I just wanted to get a consensus so we can put it on the agenda. All right. What's something else we need to talk about?
We already discussed it.
Oh, for the Allegheny County Boroughs Association. I'm working on the paperwork. We need an actual attendee and an alternate. I think my email that I sent last week. Is anybody interested in doing this? Mayor, you said that it's once a year, right?
I'm on the board of directors, so I
You can't.
can't be
But
one
we
of the
need
ones.
to have a representative and an alternate from council.
What do they have to do there?
Mayor.
Basically, there's not a heck of a lot. We've always had one. Basically, the only thing they would come to, I mean, they should come to anything, they should come in February when the new officers get sworn in. And they should come to the general meeting in December when there's a vote on the new, board. But there's really not much to it. I mean, you should have,
What's their responsibilities?
Show up once in a while.
show up once in a while, basically it. There's not a lot of responsibilities. Most of the actions are handled by the board of directors, which I'm on. I mean, I could check. I mean, if nobody wants it, maybe I could be one of the members, but I don't have to be.
Right.
Because I'm already on the board, but I'm not appointed by council to be on that board. I'm
I'd
appointed
like
by
to
the
get that submitted.
I'll do it.
board.
Is there anybody who wants to be an alternate?
I'll be an alternate.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, and only one vote though.
Right, it's what it's-
The alternate only has a vote in case the Bernie can't make it to meeting.
Right.
So there's only one vote per
Right.
borough.
So if I can't go to the meeting, sure.
And Karen would go and she would have the vote then.
Perfect.
Thank you.
What did I just say?
The assistant chief position, so I don't know where we're sitting on that. So we, just to update the public, there was a, maybe Jamie can, or the mayor can give a broader update for the assistant chief position.
The assistant chief position.
We were just gonna.
Just an update to the public, just so everyone knows what the process is.
Oh, so the assistant chiefs were interviewed, the scores came back, we have, we're taking the top 3 for council to vote on.
Okay.
Hopefully it happens next week.
We'll put it on the agenda for voting next week,
It should happen next week.
council.
Yes.
And there was a sergeant's, also, should we say about the sergeants too?
Yeah.
And there was a sergeant's exam, right now we have 2 sergeants. We need to hire an additional sergeant. And they had their
Written test.
written test, and they will be having a test
An interview.
and interview with and Jamie is contacting 3 outside of this borough police chiefs to do the interviews.
And that's the way the, civil service board's gonna do
And
it.
that's gonna happen next week.
All right.
The 2 candidates for sergeant are available next week, and the 3 chiefs are, except for Thursday. So once I confirm that, I'll let you guys know.
All right.
And like I said, there's no need for, the mayor, really, council will be there. That takes it outside of us. It's
Right.
a,
And I will get in
Decisions by-
touch with
Yeah,
civil
so-
service and make sure they're good with the date next week.
For the interviews.
Yes,
All right.
because they will be there.
All right.
And I will be there just as an observer.
The ALOM Spring Conference is coming up. It is, the deadline to register is March 20th.
That's the date then.
Hold on,
All right.
hold on.
And
It's in this folder, it's in this folder.
9th, 10th, 11th, I think.
9th to 12th, Silver Springs Conference. So I put in the budget for
Thursday or Sunday.
4 members of council to attend, but I know there's interest for perhaps more than that, so council at this point in time needs to decide how they want to handle this.
Didn't talk about clothes.
I guess we can see who's interested in going first of all.
Who's interested?
Just give me your names, I'm writing there.
PJ,
Myself,
Karen?
Well, I believe the 4 new council people should have the first,
Mhm.
be able to go. We have a budget for that?
Yeah, it handles about 4 people.
Well, then, the first 4 should be able to go to the 4 new council people,
Mhm.
if they want to go. They don't have to.
I've got
But
PJ.
there's other members that wanna go too.
We'll have a budget for 4 of them.
Right.
I'm deferring. I've been there. Someone else wants to go that hasn't been there or we need like maybe Rob or Tim. Yeah, they can go.
Rob gets to go.
I mean, no,
Okay.
I mean, I'd want to go, but the borough still would have to.
I thought
I'm not
last
paid for by Avon.
Why not?
They don't. I mean, the only thing that Avon does give you, because we're a banner community, Avon will give you 1 free, not the hotel, but the cost of the program, which is like $300 or $400 because of being a banner community. So you do get that
Do
portion
you know
of
what the
it.
score code is?
I haven't talked to him, but I can.
What about you, Mike?
You can't.
I can ask.
I mean,
Because sometimes the sewer authority sends people to me, they send me.
I mean,
Jackie usually goes. and-
Yeah, Jackie will go myself. And the first day, we do mostly sewer stuff.
well, if Jason and Mike are fine deferring, then we can send both Rob and Tim.
I'll defer.
Karen?
Karen and PJ both want to go.
Yeah.
And if Dave can get sewer authority, then.
And if I can't, I'll stay home this time. I won it 3 times, so I'm good.
Okay, well, great, thank you for that. I'll begin the registration process for that. All right, so I've been talking with, as part of a bigger discussion, I had a meeting with Chatham on Friday regarding the space upstairs to rent out for their girls' locker room. This is related to Greenways and Trails. I'm finalizing the first draft of the contract agreement with Chatham with Greg. Hopefully have that draft done next week or two. Asking for $70,000 for Westfield rental.
What did they pay last year, you know?
They paid $50,000.
Okay.
And asking for $30,000 for the year for renting that space, which is about $16 a square foot, which is market rate.
All right.
So that's part of, but one thing we're having a problem is our fencing issue is that's why it's really greenways and trails. Our fence is starting to break down, our movable fence. So one thing I'm considering going and talking to the council about is this grant, Greenways and Trails, which I have the summary right here, which is for recreation programs. And I would like to write a grant, I think it's up to $250,000 is how much it is, $250,000, for permanent fencing on Westfield. So you have a softball field and a baseball field. I checked the distance. You can have NCAA distances for both fields.
Is that two separate fences or just one?
It would be two separate fences because.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, you might have to a little bit, and so I'd like to do a grant. This opens in February 1st for Greenways and Trails Recreation Program for that fence.
But I have a question for that.
Yes.
If you're gonna put permanent fence in there, are they still gonna be able to play the soccer?
Soccer is no longer feasible in that field.
Right,
But you can still do things like flag football because they can just adjust the dimensions of the field.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Is
just
that
know
gonna
I-
change anything with the school district use?
And they just use it for baseball, softball.
Okay.
Tim, do you know of any?
We have a lease with the school district, I don't know if that'll screw anything up with the school.
Well, they never signed the lease.
They never did?
No,
Oh, I didn't know that.
they refused to sign it.
Well,
Who refused to sign the
I
lease?
don't know, I have a sign from Chatham and Carlo for the agreement from when Seth was here. And Seal Valley just said, no, we don't need to sign this.
well, when we took the money to get the field redone,
Yeah, that's why they don't.
Bernie may remember this, it was
have
written
first
in
choice.
the contract, we cannot charge the school district Munhall baseball or girls softball for 50 years.
Right.
That
That's
was
why
in
they
the
don't have to
contract,
sign it.
and that may be why they're not signing the contract, because that was an agreement when we took the $6 million to renovate the field.
Yeah.
So
So that's.
I don't think,
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not
it's in there,
motivated to sign it, so.
we took the money, so.
Right.
So you want to eliminate the soccer field?
I am trying to figure out a way to solve this fencing problem we have, because currently those things are breaking down. We either need to buy brand new movable fences, which you could do, or we put in a permanent fence.
Because didn't last year we got a decent amount of money from one of the soccer programs?
Carlo gave us some money, but most of that money is for their softball program.
There was somebody else that used it. There was a school that used it for a month or two.
It wasn't a substantial amount of money, but I mean, I can give you some better numbers, and we can talk about it some more, but if council doesn't want to do a permanent fence at all, I can get a bid for replacing our removable fences, and we can keep that out. It's just, we're spending a lot of labor,
That's what I'm worried about. the
public
labor.
works labor, moving that fence every time for different programs, and it's costing us. I'm not,
Do we have an estimate on how much labor we're spending?
I can have an estimate next week.
Is that gonna violate our current contract with the Campbell Foundation on
That's
the
not.
field? I mean, because the field was
They don't have
designed a certain
contracts,
way.
they didn't sign it.
No, I know, but.
But Campbell, yeah, I guess I'll have to find the contract, and Greg probably has it, I have not found it yet.
I have a copy of
You
it.
have a copy? Okay, I'll look at that.
We had that field lined in such a way to allow for people to use it for soccer.
Yeah.
And I actually pushed for lacrosse, hoping I can get lacrosse in this community, which has gone nowhere in 10 years. But it was just for baseball and softball for the high school. They had a right of first refusal to use it for those purposes. Anything else was just basically social club-based type stuff. So if we eliminated those sports, I wouldn't be crazy about it. But the other thing we have to keep in mind is, this has now been, what, 10 years of wear on that turf already? As far as I know, we have nothing set aside to replace that turf, which is gonna be 7 figures when the time comes. Whatever money we can get to start socking away from these organizations that wanna use it is a good thing.
We have about 150,000.
Okay. So we're like 10% of the way there.
Yeah.
You know, we've got Campbell Foundation.
Yeah,
10%, 10 years later.
I will double check, but I thought that the Campbell Foundation would do it.
Would fix it?
Oh, really?
Replace the turf when needed, yeah,
It's
but
not
I'll
bad.
confirm that
That'd be nice.
and let you know.
Okay.
That'd be great news if they were.
Yep.
They did,
I
the-
No,
think
with
we
the
should
permanent
take any
fences-
sports out of our community. I think we should leave
What's that,
that,
Brian? They did the A field again.
you know, kids out of
Well, we
that.
can definitely write the, I still think we should pursue this grant for fencing, I just wanted
It doesn't have to be
movable
permanent,
fences.
right?
Well, that'd be permanent, we can
Always
always,
decline.
I just know our current fencing is falling apart.
Yeah. What's a permanent fence?
I mean, either way, if we apply for the grant and it's permanent and or movable,
Yeah,
it's
right.
still, we're still applying for
The
free
permanent
money.
fence may be, you
Yeah,
know, good for baseball, but would it be okay for the softball? Or would
Yes,
they have a fence?
I've got those distances.
The dimensions?
525 feet from home plate to home plate. You need 265 and 210. Or 220.
So it would be okay, you wouldn't put a permanent fence on it, would be good for one sport and not good for the
No,
other?
it'd be good, that's the,
Yeah.
and even if it wasn't, we could, if there was some sort of flex in the middle, if we had to kind of move it that way.
Because I know there's some act, I forget the name of it, but whatever you give to like the male sports, you also have to,
Well,
Give for the
that's one of the
female
reasons
sport.
why Chatham
So
is
we
so
gotta make sure.
pushing to get the girls' locker room on the second floor. Because
Right.
when they do that, they're gonna renovate the boys' locker room down by the field.
right, there's.
They also wanna put in, covered bleachers over here for the softball side. And we're also, we need to put foul ball poles. That's gonna be on us. And then, the other thing is permanent signage for all three, Chatham, Carlo, Steel Valley. Because the Steel Valley sign is dreadful. I mean, it's faded, I don't know, 30 years old, I don't know.
Just gonna put the field in,
Yeah.
10 years, 11 years.
Really?
David, when you said foul ball poles, like literally foul ball poles, you're not
Foul
talking
poles.
about the net, right?
On the poles.
We're also talking about, for this grant as well, I just wanna make sure we get the fence high enough as well.
Yeah.
For.
So, and to let you know, I spoke with Dukar about that.
Yeah,
It's been a couple of years, but they're willing to do this through the Campbell Foundation as well.
okay.
But Seth never was able to find somebody to do it, so it never happened.
I'm sure I can find something.
Yeah, so keep that in mind, and then I'll, get with them, make sure that's on the table, I'm sure it is.
This grant closes on May 31st, so by then I'm sure we'll have an idea of exactly what we want to do as a council. Yeah. Jamie, I printed off the letter to council from the district attorney.
Yes.
I don't know if you want to comment on that at all?
So the company that we have here now is just a trial period. It's called Flock Systems. They started in West Virginia and Ohio, and now their business has made it to PA. I know there was a lot of talk about that, but we didn't pay for anything. They put all the equipment up, and it's just a trial period. After that trial period, if we think they're good enough, then they'll give us a price. So I know somebody made a comment about that in a negative way.
I've heard some comments on
I've
that.
heard some.
In a negative way, and I believe David, I wasn't there even a right to know request
There was a right to know.
about them, but we didn't do anything with those cameras. We signed no agreements, there's no, they did it, they come in and put them all up, and if we don't want them, then they take them down. They did all the permitting with the county. On 8th Avenue, they used our poles that the borough owns. At Farragut, they got the right permit, all the permits for that. So we're not set with that, so I know
So
that.
how long is the trial for? When does that end?
So it was 6 months, but then they said they can extend it 6 months if we want.
And they've just been installed like a week or two ago, right?
They've been doing them, I think the last one was installed about 2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
but
that's
the other ones, they started off, it's been about a month and a half, 2 months maybe.
I was gonna say, because I called
Yeah,
it
right
about
before
2
Christmas.
months.
And then West Homestead has them, they have like 7 or 8, and Homestead has them as well. So it's all 3 boroughs are doing a trial period.
I realize that you probably didn't see this letter from the district attorney.
Is it the one with the new company?
Yes.
I don't know
It's
nothing
in your
about that.
package if you want to look at it, yeah. I mean, basically, you should probably read it. It came from Greg. Greg sent it to me.
Pardon me?
Greg Bashford sent it to me.
Oh,
And it was surprisingly enough, it talks about, it was sent to these municipalities in the letter, but it doesn't talk about Homestead or West Homestead in there as a recipient. So I don't know why these communities were chosen. But it's basically, the county is recommending this company to do it for all LPRs around, across the county. It'll make it easier for
which
prosecution.
I've been saying that for years, because the city of Pittsburgh has their own cameras, Wilkinsburg has their own camera, all their LPRs, and it's not very
The question I have is
effective.
is the district attorney's office gonna give funding for us for this?
I'm all for that.
If you reach out to them, I
I
guess.
mean, is this the same type of cameras that the district attorney installed years ago
Yes.
for us at no charge?
Yes.
Down at the waterfront, down at the tracks?
Oh, no,
No,
those
they're
ones
different.
were from the call.
Oh, those were called,
The
because I know
waterfront.
there's, down there we have license plate readers down there. and
Yeah, on the
stuff.
flyover bridge.
Over the flyover bridge
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah,
right.
that's the call cameras,
And they've been up there for years.
Yeah.
This company is Plate Logic, is the name of this company.
Plate Logic. I'm gonna do some research on them, but I'm all for it. If Zappala says to go along with it, and he's gonna give us funding,
That's the question.
because I got a quote for PlateSmart, which is the existing one that the county just recently wants to go, get rid of. For the intersection of Ravine Street and 8th Avenue and Whitaker Way, that like $28,000, just to install them, and then your fees every year. It was just, it wasn't reasonable.
Yeah.
If you can, Jamie, try to get some more information on that for next week.
Yeah, right, yep, I got it.
Thank you. Okay, let's go.
All right, so in your packets, you also have a list of streets that need to be paved, that the Public Works Department came up with. The ones that are circled are the ones that we can do this year. We're gonna put out a bid, probably pretty soon, once council agrees on this list. I'll put it out for bid and get it ready, so early spring we can start hitting it out. Public Works thinks that if we do all the ones that are circled this year, the remaining ones on the list can be completed over the next 2 years. Afterwards, over 3 years, all these streets can be paved. If we invest $500,000 a year for that.
That'd be nice. What would you advertise?
Everything that's circled is what, this year?
This year.
Streets.
Will we still be doing alleys on our?
We'll still do alleys on our own.
Okay, because there's still some bad alleys out
Yeah.
there.
Still some are like goat paths.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you say alleys on our,
Alleys,
We do them with Public Works.
yeah.
public works?
Milling,
pays them?
milling and paving ourselves.
We contract.
This is for contracting with third parties.
Paving bids, contractors come in, they bid.
Dave, do you want me to put together an estimate for these 13 to see where we're sitting?
Yeah, yeah. Let's have
That'd
to
be good.
Who determines how streets get paved?
Public Works make a recommendation.
Thank you.
Hey Bob, are we gonna be able to piggyback off like down in the northern end, are we gonna be able to piggyback with the gas company down there?
We won't, we're probably not.
I figured I'd give it out there, because it's tore up down there.
We've been talking with the gas company this week, and it's,
So we are checking with the gas company
And
and
the
the
water.
utilities, what, if they have a list
Yes.
where they plan on going after this year, so
Yes.
we don't duplicate.
but it's hard to, because they might have it, and then they won't do it for like 2 years, and it gets worse, so it's just the nature of the beast.
Waste of money. Public Works on this.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. One thing that has been discussed several times here by previous councils is what we should do in terms of administration of public works. Currently, we have a director and a street foreman. And the questions we posed several times, whether we should have a director and an assistant director with more administrative authority. than the foreman currently has. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anybody in particular, it just means creating the position and then pursuing that opening in a standard way, employee advertisements, all that stuff.
So you're saying that the foreman would be able to do more duties?
The assistant director would be able to do more discipline and direction, especially without the director around.
You have a pay scale?
To be determined. But right, since this is kind of the first time we're talking about it, I just want to get council's ideas on this. It would cost more money to have I was just a rough estimate, I imagine it would cost $5 an hour extra. So roughly $10,000 a year plus overtime, so let's say 12,000.
Plus overtime?
10,000 plus overtime, we'd say like $12,000 roughly.
There won't be comp time instead of,
Oh, you're right, comp time, I guess, because director would, yeah, we call it comp time. Comp time. Yeah, so it would be comp time, so it'd be 10,000 roughly a year. Now, it's not been budgeted, since it's kind of a new topic, so we can also table it for another year. If you want, it's not in the budget, I didn't include that in the budget for this year.
I think we should still look at it. If it's gonna make things work a little bit more efficient back there. Take a little bit off of Bob's plate.
Bob, what's your thought on that?
It doesn't matter to me.
Then why are we asking for it?
I didn't ask for it.
Doesn't matter to you.
Council, in the past has asked for it, so it's being discussed now. But if Bob doesn't feel it's necessary, then maybe it's not necessary.
I mean, we didn't budget for it, so whatever we do.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
All right, let's move on.
All right, fee schedule. Last year, council passed an ordinance that allows the changing of the fees with basically a vote instead of going through ordinances. So it makes it a lot easier for us to update our entire fee schedule. I've read out all the fees that are listed on our website that were last updated January 2023. And I don't know, Tim, if you want to have any input and insight in this yourself? Or compare it to Homestead's list and see where we might want to be more.
it's not comparing to Homestead. I mean, I think you compare it to everybody around us, West Michigan, you know, and try to make sure we're all on the same level of fees. So we're not overcharging in one area, undercharging in another, just to try to make sure it's an even playing field for construction for sure.
Well, I can pull, well, nothing was still too early to discuss it, but I can pull all the other fee schedules for it and put it into a table, not for next week, I can do it for the next workshop.
That's fine.
And then we can discuss it more in depth.
Dave, you got any input on that?
I mean, we updated the schedule in 2023 because our fees were a little low prior to that.
Are we low now is the question.
I mean, in the past, the council, they wanted to knock people over the head for fees.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so they kept them pretty reasonable. I mean, me and you have talked about, you know, people replacing shingles on the roof, we're charging $30.
And they're not doing nothing structurally on the
Right.
house, they're just replacing what is bad.
Right.
There shouldn't be a charge for that.
Yeah, we start charging for that.
We shouldn't charge for that.
What's that, Tim?
We shouldn't charge for that.
No, we shouldn't.
Only time you charge for shingles on the roof is if you're replacing wood and that needs a building permit.
Well, there's a difference between a zoning permit and a building permit, so. I mean, for sheds and that, we charge $75 now, it used to be $40.
For what, put a shed in?
For sheds, swimming pools, stuff like that,
Right.
for solar panels. So we increased some stuff and left the other stuff where it was.
Can you go through this and give us a price, what you think, you know? Or give us an idea of if you see something in here?
I mean, is $100 a lot for, you know, inspection of a house? Some people say yeah, some people say no. I mean, so it's,
Not today.
so yeah, I mean, our prices have been real reasonable for our residents.
Right, and we want to stay that way.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Just a simple question on the flat rate residential permit fees. Some, 2 are 40 and the other 2 are 30. Why are they not just all the same?
We did change it, that's gonna be changed.
Okay.
We just recently changed it to 75 and 125.
All right.
Yeah, so, hey Bob, last year I talked about the idea of getting our concession building updated so it can handle actual concessions. Did we ever finalize that yet, or no? Like, what's the status there, the fridge, any kind of gas access or anything? We've done nothing with it yet. Okay. Well, something I think we want to really work on this year. I was given a proposal, and I think it's a good idea. And of course, I would have to solicit for additional proposals from the public. But the idea is basically to bring in one company that handles concessions for Westfield. And they would, that company would then give us a percentage of their takes to the borough.
All right.
This is just basically initial draft of the proposal. The organization's called Happy Hippie Hot Dogs. Is this something council's interested in me pursuing further and trying to get some additional proposals so we can prepare?
So, last year I brought up to have the fire departments or some of the local organizations use the concession stand to be able to make some money, you know, to help them out.
We could use the revenue to redo the field though.
Yeah,
That's what we need it for. We have to resurface that field though. We need the money here.
How much do you think we'd actually generate revenue-wise off of them being in there?
That's a tough, that's almost unknowable at this point. Because it's never been done, at least not in recent memory.
Is there a way to rent that out? Rent it, do
I just rent it out to the public in general, like any group that wants to come, they can use it for fundraising. That's the way to do it too.
Yeah, this way the groups are getting the money, and we're also getting a little bit of money
You know,
too.
when you have groups like that, it's hit or miss. Most of them are volunteers.
Right.
But when you have a company come in, you sign a contract, they take care of it, they pay us, and it's, you know you have someone there all the time. Responsible, they know what they're doing.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know.
'Cause you're right.
I mean,
You go back to the baseball days up at Troutman,
and then you get into,
hit the concession stand, it was rough.
right,
Well, you get liability issues too, if someone
Right.
gets hurt in there, what happens? Who
Right, I
pays for
mean-
it?
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, they have to have insurance, they have to have, you know, a license to sell food. I mean, I think a lot of the groups don't have the ability, the licenses, and the insurance would have to be added on.
right, it's,
Wouldn't be a
So
borough.
what I'm hearing is we should have him pursue looking at that company.
that's all.
Yes.
Is that what we're
Maybe
saying
other,
here?
maybe there's more than one company.
Yeah, no, I would definitely have it open
Right.
to anybody who's,
Oh, yeah.
I'd make it publicly known that
Right.
we're looking at this.
And I know Munhall Central already brings food trucks in. What if we, you know, what if the fire departments do bring a food truck in, that just gives them another option? Because I know a lot of times when there's a game going on, and your fire company has a food truck there, you can get some business from that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But Bob, if you put too much down there,
Man, yeah.
that concession stand's gonna hurt. And the
You
people
got it
who are
right
in
there,
there
yeah.
trying to make the money ain't gonna make it.
We
There's
sign-
gonna be competition.
We sign a
That's
deal
not
with
always
somebody,
good.
they're not gonna wanna bring food trucks in also.
Right.
Yeah, that's
You can't do both. You
Can't
do
sign a grant contract, because they're gonna.
Well, I think this clearly needs a lot more discussion.
Yes.
So think about it.
But we
We can look at other, I think, well, any option is fine.
and we can pursue that company too, Dave.
Maybe we couldn't bring the food trucks on Main Street.
Well, right, because they would kill me. Larry Starr would be picketing my house for the food truck there.
Since Mr. Brennan is no longer on council, he is the current check signer of our bank accounts. Right now, we have Mr. Youngkins and Mr. Shields. We need an additional check signer to cover, in case someone can't make it. So.
Who's the finance chair?
That has not been decided yet.
He should be, it's not gonna be me, and he should be whoever it is. I would think so.
Okay.
I mean, I'll do it temporarily, but I'd rather get away from it.
Okay.
Fine, okay.
Yes.
All right.
All right. All right, well, next week, I guess we can set the committees, you guys
Yes.
vote,
Mhm.
and set the signers of the checks, so they get that finalized.
That's fine. Replacement.
All right, so, since, Chief has promoted one of the officers to, narcotics detective, is that what it is?
Yes.
Giving him that vehicle the chief has been using, the chief currently vehicleless. And he's asked council to cover half the cost of the vehicle for his use, he would cover the half from forfeiture funds.
Do we know what the cost is there, Jim?
70, totally outfitted, 70 grand. So it'd be 35 from the borough.
Is it in the budget?
No.
Not in the budget, no for me.
Any other comments, questions?
So,
I think we need it.
If we need to,
It's needed.
it's something the chief needs.
How long will it take?
I don't think, the chief, are you asking for the full 70, or are we looking for
No,
70?
35.
We're running half, the other half from forfeiture fund.
Yeah, we're looking for half.
Great, 35,000.
Right.
It's not budgeted though.
Could fall within the emergency funds that are set aside, but that's council's decision.
I mean, it's early in the year to use an emergency plan for that.
True.
But we could always, one of you new council members could always reopen the budget and go from there. Or we could put it into the budget.
I don't think it can be reopened after.
Oh, you can do it right now.
You can do it.
You can reopen the
You have
budget.
until February 15th to submit a finalized budget, but you do have to act quickly because you have to have 30 days notice to the public to review the budget.
Well, the new council members can make a motion to open the budget,
You
then,
need a majority, just not one person.
no, that's, y'all make a motion.
Someone motion.
Yeah.
So to make a motion, then if it gets a majority, then it does.
Do I need to make a motion now? Or
This will add some work onto things.
I don't think so.
They don't really complicate things, just so you know. You can do it.
What's it complicated, bro? I'm
Because
just asking.
Dave just said, you have to advertise the whole thing again. It's not just changing the budget and walking out the door.
How much is in the emergency fund?
Budget right here. All right, so contingency of 75,000, but there's also a capital reserve fund and an operating reserve fund as well. So a total of $225,000 could be utilized in emergencies.
What's the reason again for this? I'm sorry, and I know you said it, I was reading the paper, for the need for another vehicle.
Oh, because narcotics detective we use is given the chief's vehicle. The chief doesn't have a vehicle.
Because the chief was using the narcotics vehicle. Well, the chief definitely needs a vehicle,
Yes.
I would say. Can't have a chief running around with no vehicle.
Yeah. You can walk the beat. Yeah, it's unavoidable, but I think you need it.
Yeah, it's unavoidable, but I think you need to do it. How is that new officer doing on that drug stuff?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable?
It was well needed.
Is there any way of, you can't say much of what's been done on Main Street yet, have you? Can you?
Nah.
No, okay. We'll save that for another day.
Correct.
It's only information for what's going on with the drug act, and we can't do it because there's an investigation.
We had a bunch of break-ins in my neighborhood the other day.
I heard
Cars.
that.
Did
Yeah.
you?
People leave their cars open, it's unbelievable.
It's not a break-in if it's open.
Where are we at with this, with the police chief vehicle?
We were just discussing it, I guess. We'll discuss it on Tuesday.
You really have to make a decision if you want to put it on the agenda next week.
Right, put it on the agenda, that's all.
Put it on the agenda then.
That's
Put it
all.
on the agenda next week and
There you go.
the chief did.
I would actually like this, like I told so many people, that once this agenda is done, I would not like to add too much to the new agenda for next week because we weren't able to talk about it unless it's an emergency.
Okay.
I don't want to surprise the
We really can't have an agenda.
Well, they have.
Well, you can.
It's hard though, it's really
It is
not,
hard, yeah.
like Greg said, you really shouldn't
Well,
do
you can
that.
add to it the
Up
week
till the
before.
day
You have
before.
24 hours.
Yeah.
Right, what I'm saying is trying not to add more to this agenda.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Leave the agenda alone for next week, because it's a voting agenda.
Complicates thing between here and there.
This way people can do their research all this week and make a good decision next week.
Okay. Yeah. Transdev contract. Payment agreement. So you have a copy of the agreement. I will send on to Greg. She'll have probably insight next week. When he meets. Transdev handles our fleet maintenance. I've also included a spreadsheet here showing the cost, the amount of money that we spent last year to Transdev. $435,379. Now, to give you an idea, they basically maintain
The fleet.
the fleet. We have a mechanic that they pay the cover cost of John Chisholm's salary.
And we don't have to send, usually we don't send our vehicles out, they
We
handle
don't
it.
send our vehicles out.
Okay.
It is an expense though, it is,
It is,
it is,
but if you went out, it'd be more of an expense.
let me pull up the financial real quick, just so everyone has an idea of what we spent versus what was budgeted. So give me a moment. It's all in here, but there's different line items because of different departments. We know the total is 435 is what we spent total for Transdev across the board. All right.
435,000?
Yep. For police. We don't need a calculator, I trust Jane's numbers. I'm just giving you whether it's over budget or not.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm focused on. Because I want to give you an idea of whether counts, whether we've gone well over budget or is within our budget. I believe we've gone over budget, but I
The
don't.
contract's only for $200,000.
Yeah, so then we've definitely gone over
So
budget.
we're 100% over budget.
Well, over budget for the contract. The contract is, that's the base cost. Now, anything that's no longer under warranty, basically the vehicle's too old, mostly our fire vehicles, that's really where most of the expense is where it is. Because they're so old, a lot of them are so old that they no longer fall under the warranty contract of the agreement. That's why it's so much more. Now, it's not necessarily over budget, but the contract was for $235,000. We spent $435. Whether we include that in the budget or not is the question. So give me just one moment.
I mean, we had 3 cop cars that weren't covered under the agreement.
Yep.
Hence why we bought 3 cars last year, so.
Now they're covered.
In the right direction. But pretty soon we're gonna have 2 or 3 more that are gonna be out of it. So
Exactly.
it's a rotation, it's keeping
It is a
going on
rotation.
and on and on.
I mean, this is the whole reason why I put $100,000 in the budget for a mechanic that we hired this year. That we'll advertise vote to advertise next week. And get them to kind of learn the job, so
And then
we
it'll
then
save
no
us money.
longer need Transdev. That's still about a 2-year away prospect.
All right, well, at least we're working towards that.
But it's an expense. It's not cheap to maintain a fleet, that's the
No, it's
problem.
not.
And there's nobody else, there's one other company that does it, Sequoia, no, Shenandoah, and they've got a very bad name because they handle Allegheny County's vehicles.
No,
And they're
Enough said there.
you gotta say no more. They probably handle the
they're
same
cheaper, but they're also
Yeah, there's
not
a reason
maintaining
why it's
vehicles well.
What do you ready to agree on?
I will give you a full breakdown next week, and then we're not ready to vote on this yet, we'll probably wait until February,
All right.
because I want the solicitor's input as well.
That's fine.
But I'll give you a full breakdown of what we've spent compared to this, to what we were expecting to spend in terms of maintenance of vehicles. 435 is what we spent,
All right.
and I suspect we probably budgeted around 300,000. Okay, Darnell Coles, you want to talk about that, Chief?
Yes. The mayor and I discussed, and we're looking to bring on his canine. He's the officer we hired from Homestead. It's at no cost to the borough.
The dog can't be recertified because he was taken out, right?
Is it, pardon me?
He was uncertified? as
No,
a good dog?
he's kept up with all his certifications.
Yeah, but when they left Homestead, they decertified the dog.
From Homestead?
Yes.
Yes, the contract that they had with him, they voided and gave him permission. I have all the paperwork to bring him here.
And it's, all council needs to do is pretty much hire the dog
Right.
at no cost. The food is gonna be covered. The only thing, there's no, he doesn't get paid, of course. The only thing that we may be responsible is some vet bills possibly.
Correct.
No
But the
brainer.
dog's a young dog, he's 2, right?
And our second dog, right?
Second one.
And he's 2 years old, the dog?
Yes.
I think he's only 2 years.
He's a good dog, he does a lot of good
He's a
work.
very, very good dog.
Yeah. I'm not saying Duke's not a good dog, but this dog's good too.
He's good.
His dog's name's Bane.
Bane.
Bane,
Bane.
yeah.
Bane.
All right, third floor. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're in the process of building out the second floor. As you've seen, the framing's been completed, working on electrical. And Chatham is committed to taking half that space, and still in communication with Carlo about the other half. But that leaves us with third floor. Now, we're sitting on undeveloped property that we probably should use to help cover the cost of our bond, because the one drawback is we have to put a lot of money to make it marketable. We have to update our HVAC system, get more units on the roof.
What do you think about putting up there, Dave?
There's pads for, I believe, at least 4 more units, right, Bob? Maybe 6?
I think 4.
4. So that's what the capacity is at. And I think, as evidenced by the conference room, the chief's room, office, the system currently, now we're gonna be having our maintenance, HVAC maintenance company come and do an actual study to understand why the current system's not working well, but that's, basically the bottom line is, our current system can't handle the third floor at this point in time for heating and cooling. So we have to put money into that, we have to put money into actually building out hallways at the very least. Or we have to try to identify companies or parties that are interested in renting the space.
Right.
So that's just want to kind of open it up, we need to kind of come up with a plan. I just wanted to get everybody's input, you doesn't have to give me now, you can think about it. But we do need to think long-term for the next 3 years.
Okay.
You know, I threw that by Jesse Wig, just, you know, in a glance, and he said about having apartments on the third floor here, he said, yeah, I'd be interested in doing that.
I even said that too, but then Dave said about the parking, but if you only did two or three units, that's not gonna be a lot of
Yeah, I
parking.
mean, you can make it work. He said he'd be interested in it.
Okay.
Residential on the third floor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's not a bad idea.
really.
Of this building,
This building.
residential.
But my question is there, how, do you rent to them or sell to them and make it, is,
It's so preliminary, it's like you know.
right, I'm just saying, how would you do the utilities?
I wouldn't know how to, I have no idea.
Right.
You know, we sub it out and put a sub panel in with a meter.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's ways
There's
around
ways
it.
to do it, yeah.
Okay.
Like, they'd have to use that elevator, they'd have to have a card when we take it to the third floor. No one else would have access to the third floor unless you lived out there.
Right.
You know, so.
No other questions?
No other question.
You definitely gotta do something with it.
Yep.
Better than being empty.
Yeah, we do rent versus,
Yeah, we can sell them.
He may build them out, he signs a lease, and it's his for 10 years, he doesn't work. You know, I don't know, just for instance.
You sell them, they have part of the building, and then when maintenance has to be done, they gotta help pay for it.
That'll be in their,
that's a good thought.
that'll be in their lease agreement or their contract, yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we can discuss that, because it's a little ways down the road. You just put it on the table for people to,
So
Start thinking
I
about it.
suspect within the month, I think, most of the build out should be done on the second floor, third floor.
I would
It's a
hope so.
little longer for the sprinkler system. And we will have to install some sort of
You're talking about the build out for our part.
who we're doing currently.
Yes.
We'll probably have to install some sort of a heating, cooling unit in each side of that building, or each side of that hallway. So that's still there, but we'll get that done. It might be more of a temporary solution to the.
Our HVAC guy will recommend what to do there.
Yeah. Yeah, so last year, there was discussion to create a committee, but since there was so late in the year, decided to wait until next year, the new council to determine what to do with the Munhall Borough building. But now it's January, we need a committee, a subcommittee at least, to come up with a plan to present to council on what to do with the Munhall Borough building.
Are you looking for how many council members? Two?
We talking about council people, we're talking about.
That's what I'm trying to find out, council or
What
civilians?
does council want to do? We do 3 council members, 2 council members and residents.
I think councilmen and residents the residents should be involved.
The bottom line is the decision comes to this council. I mean,
Bottom line, you're right.
I don't know, I didn't hear back 2 years, it's been going back and forth for 2. We've done studies.
It's been going back for 4 years.
The money to put a heating system in is about $150,000. And, you know,
No, I say we wait and see what the firemen are doing first.
well, they have a plan. They came to us 2 years ago. They have a plan.
Well, they're also in the process of discussing things, and I don't think we should
Right,
rush it until they're done discussing.
right.
Because there's a possibility they might want to put
A building there.
one central fire station right
Which
there.
they, I don't know, Glenn,
Yes, sir.
you guys had the plans.
We are
I still
currently,
have them at home.
yeah, that was a preliminary plan just to show you that something could go there.
Right.
We are currently meeting monthly to discuss consolidation
Right.
and locations and stuff, but we are in the infancy stages of that. You know what I mean? So we are working on something because we know the fire study's coming, you know, so, you know, we have ideas, but until we have something concrete in place, then we were gonna approach council with what we've come up to that certain point. You know, but until then, it's useless because we're not quite set on which way we're gonna go yet.
But the plan you had 2 years ago, there is actually a building that's gonna be sitting there using the old facade.
Well, yeah, well, we did that for that council at that time because they
Right.
wanted to
It was
see
only 2
if
years ago.
something, yeah,
Right.
if they could show that was something there. That wasn't a definitive plan.
Right.
That wasn't necessarily what it was gonna look like, but just to show that it could be, because we could probably get a different building, no matter where it's placed, much cheaper than what we had estimated on that
Right.
one. Okay, so, you know, maybe not necessarily there. Could it be there? Possibly. You know, could we renovate another one? That's what we're in the process of talking about right now. So we're not laying idle.
That's why I don't want to rush into doing nothing on that building until they're deciding what they're gonna do.
I agree.
So it's been sitting this long. I think we let it sit just a little longer until they're done.
We can let it sit a little bit longer, but, I mean, can't wait forever for.
No,
the-
I agree.
We talk about blight, and we have the biggest blight right here on West Street, right in front of us.
Yeah. I agree.
We talk about blight, and we have blight literally right in front of us.
Well, what do you want to do with it, Tim?
The walls are literally falling down in front of the building, the steps are trashed.
What do we want to do with it, Tim?
At least start the talk and see what a game plan would be. Put a committee together and try to come up with something to come back. We can meet with Glenn, see where they're at. It's not, we're not gonna have a decision in 30 days.
Right.
We're not gonna have a decision in 6 months. But as long as you're talking and have a plan going forward, you know what's going on for the budget for next year also. If we wanna demolish it, they plan on merging, and they wanna build something else there. We know we're gonna spend $1 million on that. How are we gonna get funding for it, you know? We have to start deciding, you know, some of this, or we're gonna be in the same spot in 4 years. 'Cause they-
I agree, but I think the committee should be this council. I agree 1,000%.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, when I got on here, I was against tearing it down, and I'm still against it, but the cost is gonna be way too much to fix this thing. Let's look at the
Well,
reality.
the problem is so out of code, it's so code, it's
Right.
like, it's out of code.
As much as I don't wanna tear it down.
Right.
I think
We
that's the
talked
only
about
choice we have.
moving people in here a couple years ago, it'd be a terrible thing. I mean, I walked through there with Dave a couple years ago and I was flabbergasted. There was wires hanging, there was,
But I do disagree with some people saying we should sell it. I don't think we should sell it. It's part of our complex, that ground.
Then that's why we have a committee.
The committee comes back.
Well, the committee's, the council is what Bernie wants to see.
We come back and we talk about it. But something has to happen. We can't let it sit there
Well,
in that condition.
perhaps I
Over
could
and over
make a recommendation. Perhaps a committee of 3 members of council that meet together, because it's easier for 3 people to get together,
Right,
discuss all the options,
okay.
like tear it down, sell it,
Who wants to be on it?
turn it into, and then come back to council and say, hey, these are all the options that we should reasonably do. Here's where we can find some funding, and then let council discuss moving forward.
I'll go on
BJ, you go on it?
Or go on it.
Mike, you go on it? Tim?
I'll go on it.
There you go. If that's okay with the rest of the council.
Yes.
I'm fine.
Just make recommendations, well, options, give options to council what the next step could be. Just to move it forward. Bit of good news, I forgot to mention, the sign for the building should be installed, installation next week.
Nice.
I don't want to be rude, but I'll believe it when I see it hanging up there.
Wednesday, I got the email today, Wednesday is when they plan.
I would agree with you.
When I see it there, I'll be all, I'll,
Okay, yeah, but as I mentioned before, we want to advertise for a mechanic, I'll put that in the agenda for next week. No, as the objections.
Did we put in a budget for a mechanic?
Yep, $80,000.
All right.
One more thing, if you could add, last month we were supposed to swear the 3 officers. They've already been sworn in, but we like, our tradition is we like to do a public swearing in. And I'm
For
gonna
the
swear in the
families
3
to come.
new officers next week.
Can you add that on there?
Yep.
And I think Darnell, let's see if Darnell wants to bring Bain up.
You're gonna swear him in
Darnell's
too?
on the, is there a motion for hire Bain? We'll also have his paw put up too.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I got a quick question. I know during the budget meeting last year, I brought up about how we have summertime help
Yes,
and having wintertime help.
right.
So recently, we've had 2 pretty good snowstorms, which pushed not only our trash back a day, which really isn't that much of a deal, but it's taxing our limited workforce that's in public works now. I mean, is that still something that's in the budget that we can look at doing winter help?
I think it definitely could be. Let me, hold on, real quick. We talked about it briefly last year.
You're talking about people that would be.
Winter help for like sidewalks,
Ad hoc.
non-vehicle driving positions.
I'm talking any kind of help that they can get. I mean, especially when guys are working 12, 14 hours just to keep up with the snow removal. And then we have to put them back in another vehicle to go back out on the road to collect garbage. Or to be back out on the streets. I don't want to wear and tear our guys either.
No, I got that. I mean, we could move something quickly, but I would want to probably do a very limited time just because it's not a huge amount of budget aside for something like that. A little bit more than that after the summer. But I mean, I could move forward quickly and put it out for advertisement if you wanted to, if council would like to actually do that. To hire 1 month for winter help to help with snow clearing, basically. I don't know, what's council's?
What do you think about that? I'm more of the line of, you know, how short are you with people? I mean, you could probably use more regular people than just summer and winter help.
Yeah, but I mean, money-wise, I don't know if we can afford more full-time guys. I mean, I'll take anything we could get.
How many guys do you think you need, Bob, total?
If you get 3 would be nice.
3 full-timers or 3 helpers?
3 helpers.
How many full-timers
How
would
many
you need?
full-timers?
2?
I mean, we just keep Band-Aiding that, you
Well, and
know,
that's-
back in public works.
And that's kind of the point. Do we add in extra people to take care and mitigate some of these issues that we have back here with taxing our guys when something like this happens all the time? You know, I mean, we really haven't added the public works. We keep adding in other areas, which is not with them. So can we, you know, that's why I asked at budget time, you know.
Well, it's always a trade-off. I mean, I ask all departments what they need. And Bob's priority for this year in particular was the two 3-ton trucks, the Mack trucks. I definitely agree with you, we definitely need to add more people, but I think that's something to discuss.
Well, then you go back to if you want to open a budget again.
No, I don't, I think that's a big.
That's where you got, that's where you
Well,
want to.
that was why I asked at budget time.
No, I understand
Do
that.
we have,
But even
because I
then-
came to the budget meeting, I asked clearly.
I couldn't have fit that into the budget that we have now.
Okay.
I would have had to cut something else, and we had a lot of
Right.
vehicle purchases, because we're still playing catch up with vehicle purchases, playing catch up with paving. So it's, we're getting there, but unfortunately, it's a multi-year process to get to where we should be.
I just don't want to see our guys spend 12 or 14 hours trying to rotate shifts on with not enough people to actually drive.
I definitely.
So, not to,
Is there any room for giving him a couple, at least a person or two people for this year or anything like that?
For an actual full-time?
Yeah.
I would say no, because that's with all everything, that's at least $100,000.
So what if we take some of the reserves you have and then some of the paving?
Well, we could cut back on paving.
Oh, don't cut back on paving.
We always cut back on paving.
But that's opening, I
That's where we're at right now, because we cut back on our paving.
I think that's opening up the budget, I think that's a bit too far, I understand your concern, PJ, I understand it, I don't recommend at this point in time to go that drastically different from the budget as it is.
Again, that was why I was asking about the winter help when we did the budget back in
Which we
December.
can do a couple of 3 guys probably for winter help for a month.
but what if we hire winter help
And nothing happens.
and it doesn't snow?
Well, that's.
Or more to the point, we've had 2 snows, so when those 2 snows happen, the crew we have is then pushed beyond their 100% capacity to work. So if we hire enough guys that we are at 100% capacity when it snows, that means all the other times it's not snowing, we have downtime.
Well, I would say we don't,
Okay,
because
good work.
I think stuff's not getting done that should be getting done
Okay.
because we're understaffed
Okay.
in terms of public works.
Okay, that helps the story.
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing, if it's possible to add, Chief and I were just talking, we need a list of hires. I mean, I know we're not gonna hire anybody right now, but we have to do a test, so we have a list. Our list is empty for police officers if we had to hire.
You're really required to have a list.
Are you required?
Yes.
And
Well,
it's
my
good
question, you
for
put a
1
list
year.
up, and how good is that list gonna be if they're all gonna get hired somewhere else? They're not gonna wait for us.
Could potentially
I
happen.
could have,
It's the nature of the beast.
but we can always
When-
take
when-
them,
when
but we
we
can always
wanna
take
have
them
it,
somewhere
I
else
can-
too.
we can put it in for discussion more in workshop, or we can vote on it next month, or we can do it in February.
You know, I mean, the ones that may get hired, absolutely too, may be hired at a smaller borough than Munhall, and they wanna step up and get paid here, because we
gotta have it.
we should have a list
Should I add
available.
that to the agenda
Our
for
list
next
is
week
empty.
to advertise for or create a new list, put it on the agenda for next week?
Or put it on the following workshop.
That's fine. Put it next week. I think people are fine with that.
That's
And
fine.
what is the list, go for 1 year, Chief? And we
1
can
year, and you
extend it
can
1
extend
year.
it for a year.
So, your list,
What exactly would I be listing as the action item?
Pardon me?
What's the action item?
Police testing.
Police testing.
Yeah. please-
Advertise for police
patrol.
testing?
Yeah,
Advertise
advertise
for
for,
police
yeah.
Anything else, Dave?
Good. Quick question.
Go ahead.
The, trans dev,
Yes.
in the budget, I see line items from first vehicle.
Yes, sorry, it's.
That's it?
It's
Same company.
Yeah, it should be,
Okay,
Transit.
so I looked at that, we're looking around 280 that we spent last year.
Okay,
According
so
to budget,
that's-
and we budgeted around 130, so we were 150 over. But I was just making sure, because we have a checklist here that says 435, but I only see about 280.
I'm gonna confirm
Okay.
that payment, but I'll have a better answer next week.
Okay.
I got those numbers today.
Any old business?
I have a question,
Go
on
ahead.
business. Bob, the plexiglass coverings for the signs down in Kennedy Park.
I may do it myself.
Can you get that put in, please?
I gotta take them signs down and take them somewhere.
All right, can we work on that?
I'll get them tomorrow.
This way Pepe can calm down, because he's worried about it.
We bought little things.
He called me too.
Yeah, I'll take the 2 signs down, I'll take them and have them.
Where you taking them at?
There's a place in the Keys Work. It'll just make us,
That glass place over there.
yeah,
Years ago.
I have a question
Are
for
you
Bob.
talking about the glass place on Fifth Avenue?
yes.
Okay.
I have a question for Bob. I brought this up last year. The salt spreaders. I was in my garage the other day. Truck come up Union. They do a great job. The salt was bouncing off my garage.
I'll look
So
into it.
it's going into all the lawns, and we're gonna have problems. I mean, you just, that's
Turn
the
it
speed of the spitter, right?
Yeah, we'll turn them down.
I'm in there to hear it hitting the garage.
Actually,
That means you don't have to salt the driveway.
my wife.
But I don't salt my driveway.
Oh, wait.
I use calcium on my driveway.
Oh, okay.
Keep the salt off. So,
Byron, you won't have to salt your driveway, but we need a new one.
I need new grass.
Got the
Yeah.
rest either.
Yeah.
Well, one
All
more
right, anything
question
else?
for
I need a
David.
motion to adjourn.
No, one
Motion
more
to
question.
adjourn.
David,
What?
do we have an account open for the, or one of these days, we have an account open for the 125th anniversary?
Not quite yet, I'm waiting to basically get the
Oh.
finance, the new check signer, so the person comes, gets all of them taken care of.
Okay, and I'll be a signer on the 125th.
Yeah, I got you on, I already have you and, I don't remember who else. was.
Me, Bernie, and Dave, I think.
But Bernie, you still want to be on 125th?
Yeah, I'll do that one, yeah.
Dave, question. You take care of the registration for the council members
Yeah.
going to Alum, correct?
Yeah, I'll take care of that. I might have to call you to get information, but yeah, I'll take care of all that.
Okay, I got asked again about the free store and trying to use the room up here. Because they're in the process, they gotta, the church down there is giving them problems, but they have, if they need to find out what we can do, if we can do anything. Because if not, they're gonna have to pay another $300 for the year. And
But
it's-
they
it's
have
really-
access to the storage room.
I think they want something with,
They need
that
somewhere,
they could open their free store here, but we have the electric where they could do that.
Where?
I think they wanna run the free store every other Saturday up here, is that right?
Yes.
David? But they need
they
somewhere
were talking
with,
about the room right across from Dawn.
No.
okay, is that big enough?
I looked at it today.
The room across from Dawn, I don't think it's big enough though,
No.
for them.
I mean, I was told to ask about it, so I'm asking.
We should, I've said this last year, the year before, we should be allowing the free store up here.
Yes,
I agree.
I agree.
For the community.
And it's for people that need help. And there's a lot of people out there that need help.
There's nothing wrong with doing that, I'm trying to think where we could actually put it. That would be large enough, because we have, they're willing to use a storage space, and if we put some money into building out a space, we could do it there.
I mean, if we do build out the storage space, there probably could be a room for them there.
Yeah.
Right now, we don't even have electric in there, right? No, so
Yeah, we get electric set up for that.
we'd have to get electric in there, we'd have to
Yeah, it's like-
build it out a little bit because it's pretty much just
They're
a,
not using it.
Can they use that, and they can set up some shelves? They don't need nothing.
Yeah, I gave them full access 6 months ago to
See,
do that.
can they use it for their store?
No,
They're paying
It's
$300.
not a publicly safe space, because it's uneven
Right.
flooring. I mean, I'll talk to Bob and see what we can do to make it more usable. I mean,
Or
that's
can we let them look at that little space and see if they could use that temporarily?
not there, no.
I mean, it's on a
Next to
Saturday.
the elevator on the ground floor, Jamie, is a room that's hardly used.
It's the one right next to when you come in, to the left.
Yeah,
It's not very big.
that's bigger than the one across from Don.
That'd be perfect,
That's also right next to the back
Yeah.
door.
right there. I
That'd be
don't know how big it is, I don't think I've ever been in there.
It's small.
It's small, but
Yeah,
it's
it's not
something.
Well,
they
something.
don't have a lot of room now down there, I mean.
No, they don't
I've
have
been
a
to
whole
the
lot of
store.
room.
That's where
And they only,
I'd recommend
basically,
doing
you have to wait, they can only let one person walk through at a time. It's almost like they take a
Well,
number.
I mean, it's a start on something, at least it gets them in the door.
Right.
So if they have the storage space up here, and then use that space down there, they could keep their storage up here, bring it down.
I think it'd be better if they go on the
The free
first floor,
Yep,
The ground floor,
because a
yeah,
lot
ground
of
floor.
Close to the door.
so right next to the door.
park
Door
here,
right there, perfect.
Pull your stuff out. Hey Bob, there's an electrical panel there, I don't know if we have blocked that off or anything, or.
You just log it.
Yeah, I think we can work on that, we can make.
now this isn't Munhall Cares, this is more the free store, just so people aren't confused. They're pretty much, they help each other, they both have a lot of the same members, but they're not the same group.
Jamie, can you go make sure that, I mean, there's a bike down and stuff in there, we can put it somewhere in the, put it on the
Yeah,
second floor.
we actually just cleared out
Okay,
a room up here that we could put that stuff in.
okay, so,
I know they've been asking for a while now.
All right, yeah, that's fine, we can do that.
Is everybody on council okay with that?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
All right. I let them know that they don't have to pay that $300, and then we can work on some
Yep.
deal with
okay.
with that. I'll have
Should
somebody
be
get
really
in touch with you.
That's fine.
We can draw up a little contract with them.
Yeah, we'll just modify it, well, this is, yeah, we've got.
Vice, do you have the keys to that? Not to the door, to that, the panel, to lock that, okay.
All right?
So I'll make sure tomorrow we'll move all the stuff out of there.
Okay, great.
There's not much in there.
Thanks. All right, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? All right.
All right.